Good afternoon. Thank you guys for attending.
Good afternoon.
Hi, Andy. Hi, David. Can you guys hear me now?
Yes, we can, Greg. I think you're made a presenter, so I think we're all good to go. We've got 15 people. Appreciate y'all attending. We'll try to start here on time to respect everyone's day and schedules. Thank you for joining. This is our first of a multitude for the next 6 months. We're going to be doing one of these a month. I believe it was on the same flyer, so we hope to see your faces again. And I'm going to turn it over to David Seaton. He is our regional manager for Exacq. He covers the Tola region all the way through the Rocky Mountains. We are lucky enough to have our senior sales engineer, Greg Parcell, on here. He's going to do the majority of the presentation on our new Exacq mobile app. So we're really excited to have everyone, and we're excited about the new app. I think it's been very well received. I don't know if you were in attendance at the ISC show, but we were able to show it there, and it's been in operation for several months now. So we're just getting it out there, and wanted to make sure that we cover the basics. We're open to any questions throughout the presentation. I'll be monitoring the chat room, and we'll try to get to the questions at the end. So with that, I'll turn it over to David and to introduce himself, and then introduce Greg, and we'll get started. Thanks for your attendance.
Great, thanks, Andy. Can you hear me okay, I guess? I hope.
Yes, we're good.
Okay, great. Well, as Andy said, and I'll reiterate, thank you everybody for being online with us. We want to be respectful of your time, so I don't plan on talking a whole lot. Andy kind of covered a little bit of what I wanted to say. So just a little background. My name is David Seaton. I'm the area sales manager for Exacq, and I cover the same footprint that TPI covers in Tola and in the Rockies. And then, as he mentioned, with us is Greg Parcell, our sales engineering staff director. And Greg is actually going to be talking about the mobile app and doing the demo for us. And the one thing I do want to say, though, if there's any questions or comments, please don't hesitate to bring them up. We want this to be interactive. We want it to be helpful, and we want to serve a purpose. So please don't hesitate to bring anything you need to up. So some of you who may know, the mobile app's been a long time coming. Our engineers put a lot of work, our product management team put a lot of work into what turned out to be a really great and useful tool. As Andy mentioned, we rolled this out back at GSX last September. It's been received really well. We continue to make improvements to it. So, you know, the all-new exacqVision mobile app, it was designed to help you view, search, and manage your critical video footage, right? The app's been designed so that users can connect effortlessly to Exacq servers, monitor live video, quickly access recordings, do the things that you need to do on a regular basis. And then with our robust new architecture, the secure remote video streaming, it's really easy, easier than ever. No firewall, pinholing, port forwarding, or VPN required. So it's meant to be easy and user-friendly. So with that, I want Greg to go ahead and dive into it. I will just turn this over to Greg Parcell. And again, I do appreciate everybody for jumping on board.
Thanks, David. Good afternoon, everyone. I've been very Teams challenged in the last couple hours, so hopefully you're seeing my screen and hearing my voice. So, David, if you could just give me an acknowledgement, I'll feel a lot better.
You're all good, Greg.
Okay, good. So thanks, everyone. We are going to talk about the new mobile app today. Really, the purpose of these little webinars, it's a focused topic. It's a 30-minute presentation. I guarantee to get you out of here in 30 minutes or less. Really, these are not deep dives, but we want to expose you to the new app. We want to expose you to the new features. And hopefully this will lead to the interest of wanting a deeper dive. And David and his team and Andy and his team can certainly come in and do this for you. Right now, we've got about 5 topics queued up. I'm not sure the order that TPI has arranged those. And we'll be adding more topics throughout the year as we go on. So hopefully you'll find this beneficial. Please give us feedback one way or the other. If you like it, great. If you don't, tell us how we can improve. And we want to make these very useful for you. So really, the agenda today is pretty simple. We're going to talk, say, in with the new, out with the old. So you can basically see the differences between the old and the new mobile app from an architecture standpoint, from a setup standpoint, from a feature standpoint. I'll talk just a little bit about future development. And then I want to dive into a live demo, which can be dangerous sometimes when using Team. And actually, I'm going to try this two ways. I'm going to try it first on my phone and then on my tablet. And we'll see how that works moving forward. All right, so the architecture. If you're familiar with Exacq and you've used the old mobile app, you've used the web service, you've used the web relay, that portion now goes away. You no longer have to use the web service to run the mobile app. It's a direct connection between the mobile device and the NVR. Now, the web service still exists. We have a lot of integrations based on that web service, and it's still in use, still being developed. But if all your need is for the mobile app, you no longer have to even install that web service. This gives us the ability to provide high quality video streaming at the rates that you need it to stream, and it's a very you'll see hopefully that the overall experience is just a much better experience. No longer need to open up any ports on the firewall. It's a direct communication. I'll show you how we authenticate that. And it's encrypted end to end. So as David mentioned, a lot of work went into this. We did a lot of kind of design and redesign and rework until we really felt we had a product that was not only easy to use, but just a good tool to have in your setup. All right, so let me just walk you through a little bit about the setup. I'm going to show you a couple quick videos with this also on how we do this. But as I mentioned, the setup and the connectivity is directly between the mobile device and the NVR. In order to create that connectivity, we must generate a setup code. Think of this as like a token. So one-time use token, and it's tied to a specific device. So if you had both a mobile phone and an iPad, as an example, initially you're going to need a separate token for each. But you're going to enter that one time on the device, and now that device is registered with the mobile app. If you have one NVR, if you have 100 NVRs, one code will work across all of those. So you don't have to generate 100 codes. You generate one code for the user. He'll enter that one time, and then you're done. The codes are active for 24 hours. So if you have users that you want to set up, you can give them the codes, but if they don't use them within 24 hours, you're going to have to give them another code when they need it. But I want to stress, it's one-time use. It's giving us that authentication between the device and the NVR. Let me just kind of show you in a little video how this works. In the Exacq client, you're going to see a new section called Remote Connections. You're going to see the NVRs I'm attached to. I'm going to generate 5 codes here for 5 users. That's the code that we need to give to the end user. I can export these to a file. I can just give it to them in an email, however I want to do that. I'll just play that again. So again, I'm going remote connections, choosing one or all of my NVRs. I can generate one code or all the codes. And that's the code that I'll give out to the end user. So this really works well, easy to do. And let me get to, here we go. So now this is a screenshot of the actual app. If I want to use that code, I'm going to come into the app. I'm going to go to the configuration page, and I'm going to click on servers. And the first time I do that, it's going to ask me for that code. This is where I'm going to put in that code that I was given. Again, this is a one-time setup. And this is going to authenticate the device back to the NVR. Now, at this point, I use my normal credentials. These are the credentials that you would use to log into Exacq. Those credentials are, tied to a user role. So you could be an admin or live in search, whatever you're set up as is what's going to happen here. So now I'm connected to those two NVRs, and in a few seconds, I will get the video and be presented that on the app. Now, at that point, whenever I use the app, I only need my credentials that I normally use to log in to the NVR. I can store those credentials on the device, or I can be forced to enter them every time. That's going to be up to the users themselves on how they do that. All right. Talk a little bit about features, and then we'll dive into here in a few minutes on the demo. The entire interface has been rewritten on the mobile app, and it's really meant to be user intuitive. If your inclination is to swipe between cameras or between pictures, you can do that. You're going to see a timeline search where you can just simply use your finger and drag the timeline back and forth. We do have push notifications enabled, and these are going to take notifications that you would set up on the NVR under event monitoring. And just to give you a quick example here, if this happens to be the screenshot of my phone, but I would get a trigger, and it will take me right to the camera or to the event that triggered that. So I don't have to have the app active. I don't have to have it open. So just like you would receive a text notification from somebody, this notification can come in right to the phone. It'll take me right to the camera that generated the event, and from there I can navigate back and forth. We are integrated, just as we are on the NVR side, with CanTech and Secure. I'll give you an example of that, how you can lock or unlock doors, trigger a lockdown through the phone. Another nice feature now we have with the new app is the ability to export clips. I can export a clip directly to my phone and have it as a video on my phone. I can also create a bookmark on my phone, which will also then create a bookmark on the server, and I can access that bookmark later on through the FIT client, as I normally would. And again, the ease of setup that we talked about, and I showed you that, much easier to use. Future development, and future really is now for the most part. I was hoping to say that this new release was out today. It's not going to make today, but I think it is going to make tomorrow. So we're literally just with the ability to release the new update. Couple things that are in this release that are important. Video push. So if you're familiar with the ability in the FIT client to push views, to push search results to another user across the network, we can do the same thing now with the phone. So I could be sitting at my desk, I could push a camera view out to a user that's using the mobile app. He will get it instantly on his phone. It can see what I'm looking at, or vice versa. Someone could send me a view from the phone back to the FIT client. Video push is a very powerful feature that we use on the enterprise side, and it will be available now in this release coming out here very shortly on the mobile app. A tablet-friendly version. So the app has always worked on a tablet, but it's worked as, it looks like a phone on a tablet, if that makes sense. We didn't really take advantage of the real estate available with the screen and to be able to show larger views. We can do that now. It really, and if I hope to show this to you on my tablet if I can get in also. It really mimics kind of what we did with the web app or the browser app, excuse me, to where you can have a 2x2 or a 3x3 layout. We can do that on the tablet now. And also we've added the ability for users running our Edge software. So that's running, the NVR on an SD card on a Lustre or Access camera. Those cameras now can be accessed through the mobile app. So 3 important things. These are all coming out here just very, very shortly. We showed all of these at ISC West last month. And I think you'll like, these will be important for everyone. All right, so let me do this. Bear with me here just a second. David, I'm not looking to see if there's any questions or anything, so if there is, let me know as I'm trying to get connected here.
Don't believe there's any questions just yet, Greg, but if there are, just put them in the chat, or I did, while he's pulling that up, I did put a link in the chat room for both the Apple Store app and the Google Play for Android app. If you wanted to download that to your phone, you will be able to demo that as well. So both of those links are in the chat.
All right, with a little bit of luck here. All right, so this is my phone off my demo network at home. These are live cameras. I can just start. I wish you could see my finger because I'm actually just scrolling up and down as you intuitively would. But I can see the cameras that are attached. If you notice here at the bottom, I can swipe between views and look at these views. These views are the ones that were created on the local NVR, so that's why I have them labeled 2x2 or 4x4, but it includes all the cameras that are associated with that. I can tap on a particular camera here, and it takes me, this is a live view, but you notice the little scroll bar here at the bottom. I can scroll this and go to a specific point in time and play the video back from there. You'll see the events popping up here at the bottom, different alarm events. In fact, if I go to that alarm event, you can see, if I turn this landscape mode, you can get a better look. I can pinch and zoom in a particular area. This happens to be an access camera running a people counting analytic. That analytic is showing up here. 1,305 people have been through that little entryway today. That's what that's showing me. And that will soon increment. I mentioned about the use of event monitoring and push notifications. If I go to this camera, I'm going to turn on a couple different analytics to be notified about. And if we go back to the live view, one of the analytics I set up here is on this camera. There's a protected area right where that girl is sitting. If she comes forward or anybody walks to that area, that will trigger a push notification on that camera. And the other is tied to my Cantech integration. So let's look at Cantech for just a second. I can look at all the doors, relays, inputs. I'm also connected to a Secure, so I'm connected to both systems right now, which is not real typical. But I can look at one of these. This happens to be the bypass on a door. But let's go to a live camera. And we'll go to my front door here. And what I want to show you here is assume this is simulating that I have a lock, but this is a Cantech door. I could unlock the door here. It's going to prompt me for my credentials. So bear with me here real quick. And promise not to copy these down if you're watching. No, I'm kidding. I'm going to save those credentials on this device. And there's the doors unlocked. So very easy to do. I can do this with any of the doors that are on the system. What I do want to show you though is, let me go back to the doors, and there's a relay set up here. I'm going to deactivate that and then we'll reactivate it again here in a second. But again, I've got control over these. And there's the push notification down here at the bottom. Now, it shows up here on the screen, but that same push notification would have shown up had I not have the app open, and it would take me to a camera if I had a camera tied to that specific event. So the integration is really pretty strong on the access control side. All right. Let me try this now. Hopefully this is helpful. This is beneficial to everyone. I'm going to stop broadcasting on that one. And bear with me here again. And what I want to show you on this is my tablet. So this is the same app, right? But now notice I've got a 2x2 view in landscape mode. I can actually, this is actually a 4x4. I got to scroll it up to get all the cameras. But it's, I've already had customers that have put this on their desk, and this is what they're using to view cameras with instead of a full client or even a web-based client, because this actually does everything that they need to do. Again, I can select a camera. I can get the most recent events. This one's not bad example because this one's not recording. Let's go to this version of it. There we go. And the events will start to populate here at the bottom. There's my timeline search. You can see the motion events, the alarm events, and they'll start to pop up over here on the right-hand side for me also. This tablet view, this is in the new release. This is what we're releasing. But other than that, this works just like the phone app would. I can go into portrait mode on this and view it this way. I get all the cameras. I get, if I have, this is my halo sensor on the network, and this works just the same way it does on the THIC client. There's that activation area that pops up over here on this camera at Auburn University, and you can see the analytics running there. So that's the very quick view, the quick demo of all this. I will stop sharing, I think. Hold on. There we go. So we're almost at the bottom of the hour. Who's got a good question? Who's got a bad question?
Nothing's popped up in the chat room just yet, but I believe you can unmute your mic as well and ask the question.
Was this
Stephen?
Yeah, just curious. I see that you put the links in the chat. So I went ahead and downloaded it. Do you guys have the Apple the IDs? Because that mobile ID that you have right there, I'm not sure if that's long or it's too long for the actual to connect to the server.
let me try that. I haven't.
Yeah, the link I just took from our website and
It
put
should
in
take
there
you
for
right to the App Store. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I was able to get it downloaded. It's asking you to enter the remote access code. I don't know if you guys were going to provide that, or I'll be honest, if I wasn't paying attention, but I just
Yep.
need to know.
So the remote access code is generated by you from your network, from your system. So if you go into the Exacq client, and I probably should have pointed this out, you need to be on version 24.09 or newer. You will see the remote connectivity section, and that's where you're going to generate the code.
Greg, I believe the question might have been, do we have a demo server that they
Yeah,
can connect to via the remote code?
So
that was
yes,
gonna be, I need to rephrase it. Sorry about that.
okay. So what we can do, yes, we'll give you access to our demo server. What I would ask you to do, because we'll give you the code, we'll generate the code. Send David or Andy a quick email, and they'll get it over to me. I'll get a code back to you within just a little bit, and you can use that. And that'll give you access to the Fisher's demo servers.
Yeah, we have a demo server in Fishers, Indiana that is what we'll give you access to. So I put my email in the chat if you didn't already have it. If you'll send me an email, I'd be happy to do that. I know David's on the road, so I'm here at my desk. So if you want to send us an email, we'll generate a code and send that back to you. But it would be a great tool, as you're out in the field, or if you're an end user looking at adopting this new mobile app. We would definitely help walk you through how to connect to your system. Again, you do have to be on version 24 above, or .5 and above. So we can help you with that. So if you have any questions or want to get your system up and running, or if you have clients or customers that need help, we're definitely here to help you do that. It's a pretty painless process, as Greg demonstrated, but there is a couple of little caveats and tricks of the trade, so we'd be happy to help you with that. All right. Well,
Was this beneficial for you guys?
Yeah, I just got a quick question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So you said that if you're gonna do it on your phone and on the iPad, you're gonna need 2 credentials or 2 separate codes, or is it just one?
2 separate codes, one for each device, because that's how we're doing that authentication. We're actually registering your device. So if you've got 2 devices, we'll give you 2 codes. That's fine.
Okay, great. All right, cool.
Yeah.
And what versions of Cantek do you need in order to run it on the app and Secure as well?
So on the Secure side, I'm running 3.0 something 1. It works fine with that. And on Cantek, to some degree, the version won't matter. You can't be probably 10 years old, but certainly I've run it on the older 8. Versions of code and probably before that. So if we can integrate it, so I'll give you a better answer. If on the thick client side we can integrate with it, it'll integrate into the mobile app.
That's a great answer, because I know that you guys integrate with some other alarm devices and other platforms as well.
Right. Yeah. The answer would be the integration actually takes place between your Cantek panel and the Exacq server, and then from there, if the integration is consistent, then you shouldn't have any problem integrating the app into it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Well, we're running right up on 3:30 Texas time, but just out of respect for your time, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us or ask them now. We appreciate you joining. Hopefully this was beneficial. And the next one we have coming up is next month, and the topic there is going to be just a second. Let me make sure. And you can use the same registration code or the QR code that we have, but we're going to be talking about Illustra Analytics in Exacq, and that's going to be May 21st. After that, we'll be talking about the LPR, Lustra LPR integration. That's June 18th at 3 p.m. So those will be the next ones that we're doing, and we'll be sure to keep you guys, since y'all have joined these, maybe you'd be interested in some of the others. We'll keep a list and remind you to register for those as they approach. But if there's not any more questions, we will let you guys go. Okay, a question came in from Ronnie Stamps. What server version has to be installed to use the new app?
So I'll put it in the chat, but minimum of 2409 or greater.
And that can be updated if your SSAs are up to speed. Then you should be able to download the latest version of the software to the server, and that can be done directly from the website if need be, or you can actually go into the settings of the server. If you have access to administrative access, you can go in there and click the update button. It takes just a couple minutes, and then it should bring you up to speed. And then it will add another portion to another little line item in your Exacq left-hand organizational bar on the left-hand side. Greg, I don't know if you can pull up your server and show that where that pops up. It's a little new feature. It's called remote access. And once you, I know you had some screenshots of it, but
Yeah, hang on.
so he's going to go to the settings and configuration tab, and it says remote connections. Once you click that, then you can generate the code from there. Down the kind of the center bottom corner there, it says generate code, and you can say how many copies of the code do you want to generate, and then it will put them in the right-hand side, and they're just multiple digits, numbers and letters, and then you can disseminate that amongst your users.
Anything else?
Good questions. How often do you update the app for bug fixes?
So we've been on a bug fixes, if like major bug fixes, we would fix when they would occur and release a minor update for those. We're now kind of in this 6-month cycle. The original app came out last October. Had a couple minor revisions in December, but now this release that's coming out any day now would be considered the next major release for that. So then probably now and then probably again towards the end of the year or like in the fall.
Very good.
Yeah, so for the thick client and for the servers, we update those typically about 4 times a year. Typically, how those go is we changed our version numbers to coincide with year and month. So you can see Greg posted in the chat, version 24.09 is what you need running on your server to be able to work with this application, and that came out in September of 24. So the latest version we have on our website for downloads for your server right now is 12, for the client is 24.12.7. So that came out in December of 24. And for the server, it's the same, 24.12.7. So, the next revision should be something like 25.4 or 5, something like that. Will be kind of give you an idea of how old or how many times it's been revised. So that kind of, we put some logic to our vision, our versions, which was good. Okay. Well, we do appreciate your time. Again, we're here to help you. We can demonstrate this for you. If any of the TPI reps, your TPI rep needs to do a live demonstration or do this again for more people, we're able to do that. We have access to our own server here in Southlake, Texas. We have access to one in Fishers, and we should be able to help you in any kind of demonstration needs very easily. So please reach out to us if we can help. And thank you guys for your time.
Thank you.
Ready.